Hey, hello everybody and welcome. I hope you're having a great day so far, and I hope that the remainder of your day goes as well, or even better. How are you doing, chat? So today I'll have the pleasure of playing this game, Ogre Battle: The March of the Black Queen. Now we'll be doing the devil ending, which is the worst ending. I hope that you'll have as much fun as I will. So let's start this in 3, 2, 1, go! Right, so for starter, here's Warren. Warren will tell us our fate depending on the answers that we pick. So what he will be doing is asking us a lot of questions, and upon these questions he will determine the stats of our character. So Hierophant, we need to pick a sense of justice. What we are doing currently is trying to get the evil opinion leader, because that guy will have the best stats to help us pass through the run. So just need to pick the good answers. Each of these cards actually gives us a certain rank that will evaluate the stats of our opinion leader. That's a Chariot, Military Force. Next, Sun. After a long difficult battle, it was my personal. At this point you can pick any card that you want because they are all the same card. It's only a matter of taking the card itself. Next, we got a Lover's card. That card is useless, and each of the cards that you saw will be our tarot deck. So putting our setting to the max, and then we enter. Beginning. So Ogre Battle is kind of a special beast in itself. The way it works is it's, I would say, a TRPG in a way, because you have characters in a unit. This unit will be able to move on the world map, not on the world map, on the area map. And game audio. Oh, is it bad? Alright. Putting card, we've got a Priestess card. This card, when used in battle, will heal us for 50 points. So I'll be picking that card for now, but otherwise it's not something that we will rely on. Next, we send our opinion leader here, and we will deploy Lance. We'll send him to this little island here. The idea is that through each of the area there are some buried treasures, and as you find them you can get a random item from a very big array of equipment, and most of the time we might tune a rod. Okay, we might use them to actually pound them for money, but I'll be checking because I'm not sure. Oh, okay, fine. So Lance has done his job, and as you can see, the opinion leader is currently headed toward the Russian temple. There. Go. Each time you liberate a place, you will get the choice of picking up a card, which is a tarot card based on the 12 tarot cards drawn for this game. No hidden treasures. Shame, but that does not matter much. Now we're ready, we'll be meeting Warren. Fight it out. We put our strategy to weak because once you put it to weak, you will always target the enemy which has the lowest hit points available, and it will do more damage than on the other tactics. This also has a lot more implication than that, but at least that could be helpful. Now I need my soldier to hit, please. Or of course my wizard could be smarter than Warren, which is fine. There we go. So each time you defeat the area boss, you liberate this area. That means you will get a reward for liberating the place. The reward is based on many things, most notably the number of days that you spend there and the number of cities that you have liberated. So now we will shape our opinion leader's unit, so we need to remove everybody from his unit, also disband Lance's unit, Warren as well. Yes. And next we had some characters to our unit. So Warren, wizard level 4, a griffin, yes. Whoa. Okay. Next we do a secondary flying unit, which will be very helpful in liberating a few places and getting secondary objectives. And lastly, formation. There we go, we're set. And next we visit Sharon. So each of the areas that will be unlocked are actually available in a set order. There's a bit of a linear path that you need to take. So that means, for example, I cannot land on the last location at that point, and that's a good thing because I would be severely under leveled. I forgot to pick it up. Is it a problem? No. So we'll buy a little bit of supplies, 5 heals, 3 revives. Either way, chat, I'm reading you, so if you have any questions through the run, I will be very happy to actually answer you. So send our opinion leader there, because there's a buried treasure on that island. Yeah. Kusanagi, it's a very good weapon, so I'll be giving it to our friend the Griffin. Weapons in these games will have many influence. They will give you a boost in strength, and sometimes if the weapon actually has an element attached to it, whoa, okay, something's wrong. They are not supposed to go here, so we'll have to try and go around them. Luckily I have a high sky unit, so that means I'm faster than them. Now we just need to meet Usar. So yeah, as I was saying, if the weapon has an element attached to it, you will change your attack to that element. Kusanagi, I think, is a nice weapon, so we'll see if Griffin Bro actually hits. So I set my strat to be on leader. That will target the leader because Usar has the most hit point of his troops. So now I can set myself on weak, so that my lightning bolt will do a ton of damage, and just like that, we win. So like I said earlier, the treasure that you get at the end of an area depends on two very important things. The first one being the numbers of city you have liberated in the area. The more you liberate, the bigger your treasury. And the second will be the number of time of days, day-night cycle, that you've spent in that place. The reason being that each day-night cycle at noon, you will tax the people, and if you spend too much time there, they might grow angry and not give you treasure. As well, your reputation will take a big drop. So we're coming back here because I'm fairly sure that I lost my wallet. Let's check it out. Ooh, that's a good card. Oh, look at that. Yes. And it was filled with 30,000 gold. Very good. Next area, Sharon District. So each time you go forward into the game, the enemy's formation will become a little bit stronger. The formation will vary, and the AI will also become a little bit smarter. By that, I mean that the formation that you will fight will be a little bit more planned, because sometimes you can end up having to fight leader in the front row, and you don't necessarily want that, because if you kill the leader, the unit will then retreat to the castle to be healed and come back at you again. So we send lands here. The idea is that this is the shopping center. So drawing a devil card is actually a good thing. Devil will lower our alignment a little bit, but it's also a darkness elemental attack, darkness spell. And this is useful early on because many of the bosses that will fight will have an inherent weakness, finally, against that element. Ooh, Relic Sword. The Relic Sword is a very strong dark element sword that will be able to sell for very good money. And now we meet Gilbert. Gilbert is a very easy boss. We set ourselves on a leader first. By the way, all of those classes and enemies are exactly the same that you can meet in Tactics Ogre, Let's Cling Together, or Tactics Ogre Reborn, the newest entry that went on the PlayStation. So you can see if the attacks land. Usually the attack will be targeted a little bit to the right when it fails. So that's a nice visual clue to get. In this area also, if you want to get the best ending, you actually have to recruit Gilbert. To do so, you need to recruit Canopus first to do a little side quest. And afterward, once you have Canopus, after the battle, Gilbert will offer to join you. Which is interesting, but Gilbert is not an exceptionally strong character, so... But... once again, after the map, I find that I need to get a back scratch. So let's go right here. Would you look at that? Oh yeah, with 30,000 gold. That's very nice. This guy will give you 30,000 each time you visit him, and you are under 30,000. So basically, you can go at him, go to the shopping place, empty your wallet, and go back to him, and he will once again give you 30,000 gold, which is very neat if you're looking to cheat the game into giving you a lot of items early. Alright, so this place is called Lake Jensenia or Lake Janenia, depending on when you enter the place and what's the translation, because there's some translation issue and sometimes the spelling is not the same. The local boss is Sirius. He's a werewolf, and that means if you fight him during the day you will get a big advantage, while if you fight him during the night it will be very troublesome. He will turn into a werewolf and he will gain 3 attack with a very big boost in defense power and strength, which is not what you want. So our goal today is 7 of those. There we go. Our goal today is to get in during the day. We avoid the mass of the units and then we head here. There should be a cleric unit, and at that point Lance will liberate that temple. It's a very important place because we need a holy weapon eventually, and judgment, very good card. I'll go back to it. We need a holy weapon to help us out into the fight, so the rune axe will eventually become a very good weapon. Right now I have the Kuzenagi, I'll stick to it. So Sirius at that point knows that he's weak. If you answer yes, this will count as if you are running away from the battle, so you don't want that. Also, if you use tarot card like I did, you need to take into account 2 very important things. First of all, it acts as if the opinion leader is actually attacking. So for example, if you kill enemies with your tarot card, your opinion leader will be the one that will reap the rewards, and that is regardless of if very good fight. Regardless of if your opinion leader is currently present in the unit or not. So for example, a Lance could have fought a battle, and if you use a tarot card into Lance's battle, the opinion leader will get the reward. So that means experience point, alignment, and charisma alignment. Also, each tarot card is based on the opinion leader stats. That means if you use, for example, a power card, which is a strength card, it will be based on the opinion leader's strength, magician, the opinion leader's intelligence, and so on. As the game grows, most of the strength card will not do a lot of damage, so we will drop them. But the intelligence one will be very helpful. Right, so here we are in Zenobia, which was the capital of the Zenobian kingdom. It's a walled fortress, so if you try to sneak in with any unit that is not flying, you will have a hard time because there is no entrance. The boss here, the Bonnier, actually has 2 armies, which is an exception. So he has 1 flying army, 20 units of flying capability that he will throw at you, and if you do the sub quest, you can then get an item that is called the termites, which will allow you to destroy any walls in an area. That is a recurring item because you can get many samples of termites into the game. But we don't really care, as we have our friend Griffin Bro who will carry us right over the walls. So let's go meet Debonair. Also, a side note, I just got a golden armor, and armor is, in this game, is basically useless. It will reduce the damage that you get, yeah, but not by a big margin, and most of the time the enemy leaders, especially the area boss, will do enough damage to go way above this protection, so you don't really need it. All right, what do we have? Thunder Run. Okay, that's useless. So let's clean up and use a few turret cards. Oh, that's a good card. As you've seen, Priestess will heal our party. Fortune makes the enemy run, but useless against the enemy leader. Devil is good. Emperor gives another attack. Hermit is very good. Yes. So you can only stock 20 tarot card at all time. If you draw more by using a joker or by liberating a place, you have to toss another one. Alright, so let's go with Devil. So Debonair is probably the first of the bosses who can pose a threat to us. He has 3 attacks, 2 of them being very strong physicals, and the last one being a blade attack which can hit anybody on the battlefield for a big amount of damage. You want your wizard and even the opinion leader to actually hit him before he can dispose of you. It's not unusual for Phantom and the other spells to miss though, so I might need to push him a little bit. You want to avoid that into the run though, because using tarot card takes time. Griffin is dead. That's fine, he did his job. Warren got hit. No contact. Okay, so regular wizard maybe. If that's not the case, I will use a tarot card to avoid dying. Oh, just short. Let's go with Devil once again. I took the time to choose the element of the attack because if you use, for example, a chariot against a strong character, chances are you will not be able to do a lot of damage. And currently my opinion leader stats is not very high in strength. So yeah, if you get those lines of dialogues, you're in for the best ending, but don't worry, we will take care of that eventually. Because Debonair is one of the characters that you need to recruit. So as the battle ends, he retreats, and then he'll go back to the highland to question the queen, because he has suspicions. But upon doing so, he will be branded as a traitor and imprisoned. So eventually, you have the possibility of recruiting, but that won't happen into the devil ending. So, last time that we visit our friend merchant here, Griffin broke. Yeah. There we go. On with the game. Island of Valen. This is a key area as well as Zenobia, by the way, because you can recruit a very important character in Aisha, and because the boss here will soon become our best friend. So we have a few stops. First of all, we need to go here. Most of the time you get some very suspicious areas like those. Either there's nothing, or there's a hidden city temple, or there's a buried treasure. So this is always worth exploring. Eventually you can get items that gives you the location of hidden stuff, but we don't need it. Do you wish to put a guard? Yes, we got a full guard. That's a good card. Yes, so Hello, Aisha. She's the daughter of the High Monk who was executed by the local boss. So we need to deploy her first. Next, we use mass summons to bring her to our position. We change the leader of her unit because we want Aisha to replace our friend regular wizard, and now we don't need them anymore, so we'll be putting them way to the back to avoid having an unnecessary battle. Next, we want to meet the wizard unit that is currently going southwest. This is not a requirement, but in the marathon run it will help us out. You will see soon enough. The wizard come accompanied by a lot of undead. So each time that you kill a ghost, you will gain XP, and in that case it will give us 1 level, which is quite welcome, since I think Gears is probably around level 12 or something, and we are level 4. Right, so now we change Aisha to a Valkyrie. The reason being that a Valkyrie in the back row has access to both, and she has much higher intelligence rating than the regular wizard which we traded earlier. We have plenty of food, so no need to get Hierophant. Hermit is good, Star is good as well, raises agility, which is very useful against some boss. And where's so as you see, also the wizard does not move anymore. The reason being that we have removed all of the flying characters in his unit, so he becomes normal landing character. So alright, let's start with nothing. Nice bolt. Evil Dead. At this point, Gears will do a big amount of damage, so healing is not mandatory, but it's a nice safety measure, because if Gears is able to swing his axe at the opinion leader, he will do so, and that could very quickly become a big problem. Nice bolt. He's in range. So Griffin Bro has done his job. Aisha hit, and we need Warren to finish the job. If that's not the case, no, that. Oh, this is why we say. Because one thing that you need to understand is that if the opinion leader dies in a battle, it's game over instantaneously. You always have the opportunity to revive all of your character. That was pretty unfortunate, in fact, that the dragon in the back row actually outturned Warren, but this is life. The only thing that is sad currently is, of course, the time loss and the drawing. The card that we drawn earlier were pretty good, so we'll have to replace them, but this is fine. Do you wish to put a card? Yes, devil card. Okay, I'll take it. Of course, devil card will be pretty much useless against Gears, but we can still store it and use it eventually against another enemy boss. Sounds. Next, change the leader. Yes. Exchange Aisha for regular wizard. send them away to the south, and we repeat the same process as earlier. So yeah, of course, the main problem with this run in particular, not this run, with Ogre Battle Speedrun, is that the opinion leader does not get usually a very high stat. And that's a big problem, since a lot of those enemies will have pretty strong attacks, either strong AoEs or very strong physical, just like Gears did. Alright, so Valkyrie. Next, we'll be sending you back, and I'll be drawing card once again. Star, I guess. Chariot. No, I don't want to have Chariot. Chariot is a physical attack based on the opinion leader's strength. It's much less useful. Justice is very good. Let's replace the Sun Star and the Sun card. Two reasons. So first of all, Justice is an ice spell, just ice. And the other reason is that Sun will actually do damage to every character in the battlefield, including the opinion leader, based on their line. So that is pretty nasty. The other thing that is very bad is also that it will not work on the enemy leader. So you don't use it, never. The only reason to actually use Sun would be to dispose of undead. At that point, yes, that can become useful. Other than that, let's see if opinion leader is able to hit. Nope, that's fine. I will not wait. So Gears curses us in a way, telling us that he's supposedly immortal and that he cannot die, and so on and so on. This is very fine, but so the reason why I said that Island Vallon is actually a key area, it's simply because it's a bottleneck. Eventually, if you clear all of the areas, you have to pass through there. So the next area is the Castellation Sea. It's probably the first area where Terran takes a very huge part. As you can see, there's a lot of water here. That means if you have any characters in your unit which has for Terran either shallows or sea, they will get a big advantage here. And likewise, if you have a unit for example that has mountain like Cerberus, they will get a disadvantage. But although a lot of areas plays on this because of the terrain, the main problem is that if you have specialized unit, they become eventually locked into these kinds of terrains and they are unable to assist otherwise. So if, for example, you deploy water units into an area which has a lot of mountain, not only will it be very slow, but they will be vulnerable as well. So, do you wish to put a card? Yes. Star card. Okay, I'll take it. Thank you, said Resh. I really appreciate it. And we just got the Brunhild. The Brunhild is supposedly the sacred sword of the god, so it's a required weapon in many of the in all of the categories, and it will be extremely helpful in the devil ending. Right. So we can remain on weak currently because we'll be getting rid of the mermaids around the siren. Porcius is pretty strong. She has high intelligence, so Ice Storm will do a good amount of damage, but she only has one attack. After that, she's pretty much helpless. Good job, Warren. At least somebody's up. Aisha got another hit, but I'm fairly sure that I'll need another one, so let's give an Emperor. Ooh, Warren hit. Golf clap. At that point, Warren is very much behind. He's like level 5 or level 6, while most of the enemy bosses will be much higher. Hence why we have Aisha in our current party. Story-wise, a lot of the story can be linked to the Arthurian lore, with the Knights of the Round Tables and so on. It's also a very strong basis for all of the tactics games that came afterward. For example, there are, I think, 3 or 4 entries to the series. For example, it serves as a basis for Tactics Ogre, for Ogre Person of Largely Caliber, Knights of Lotus, and so on. Alright, the Balmorian Ruins. So here is probably the first place where a run can die. We have a full card, that's a word card, that's big. So I'll be drawing a few cards to help me. Ooh, 2 good spells in a row, sweet. Emperor, very good. Word is very useful. Temperance, no thank you. Tower, no thank you. That's a problem with drawing a random card. You can get very good card, or you can get a death card. Death card are useless. Basically what a death card does is it will kill any character which hit points is lower than 50%, but it will never work on the area boss. So what gives? Alright, so the Balmorian Ruins. The boss is very dangerous. Usually that's a good run killer. Also, if you get through the best ending, there's a very important character that you can recruit, who's Saradin. Saradin is the upgraded version of Warren. Very high intelligence, very strong. But alas, we will not. So next we head over there, and after that we'll be approaching Albelio. Albelio is a Duel Master. You have the Duel Mage and the Duel Master. The difference between the two is that the Duel Master actually has better intelligence stat raise per level, and also it has 2 times acid, which is a very strong AoE spell. Okay, you're not supposed to go there. Why is there a Dragoner coming here? That's weird. Regardless, let's use a Sunshine. Sunshine, Sunshine Reggae. Oops. If you don't have a word card or an Empress card, you're in for a lot of problems. Luckily, we have a word card, so let's use it, which will neutralize all of the spells that is sent at us. So acid will do nothing. Next, we put ourselves on leader and use Hermit, because Albelio has a weakness to lightning. It's small. Next, we hope that our spellcaster do their job. Very good hit by Aisha. I don't think that Phantom will hit. Ooh, nice, good job. Opinion leader is up. Oh, yeah, that's nice. We need to push him a little bit. There we go. No kill by Warren, so we'll need to finish this by hand. And we can use a chariot card because even if the opinion leader's strength is not very high, Albeleo being a spellcaster, his is not high either. So in this case it works. The main drawback being that chariot is not a very fast spell. Also in this map, since you have the Brunhild, you get the opportunity to discover what is called the Chaos Gate. They play a very important part into the Ogre battle lore, because those are the gates where the gods most of the time have sealed very important stuff. Alright. In this case, many key areas, or very interesting areas at least, are locked out behind Chaos Gates. Eventually we'll have to discover one to get a very good friend of ours. But right now we are here in the city of Malano, which is a very important trade place and central part into the game to meet a very important character. In this city is currently hidden the runaway prince of Zenobia, and this guy is part to almost all of the best endings in the game. There is two requirements to recruit him. You need either to have high reputation, which we have, and the Brunhild, which we have, or to have the Key of Destiny, which is a key item that you can get into Zenobia after you have liberated the city. But it does not matter. We recruit Tristan and we head over here. As soon as the Black Knight is out of range, we'll approach Baron Apros. Now we will deploy Tristan and we'll do the same thing that we did with Aisha earlier. So item, use a mass summons to bring them to our opinion leader. Change the leader to anybody. There we go. And we say goodbye to Warren. Next, we'll be giving a holy weapon, in this case the Brunhild, to Tristan. Tristan in the back row has the Ianuki skills, which is a physical that can hit any character in the enemy unit. But by giving him the Brunhild, it changes to holy. Tristan has 80% chance to hit Baron Apros. And sometimes he misses, and sometimes it's very infuriating. This is normal. This will have a reputation hit that drops your reputation, so you need to avoid that all of the time, but in our case, it does not matter. Ianuki hitting. Okay. Will Aisha finish the deal? Yes. Good job. And since I did not use a tarot card, everybody gets the reward. Yay. So, Tristan will play a central part in all of the boss battles. because his Yanuki or his 3 strike on the front row are very good. He has very good stats. Yeah, Meteor is very brutal. It's I think either a physical or a darkness elemental attack against all of the characters, and it is based on the intelligence of the character. So Aisha actually being able to land her bolt against Baron Apros was pretty fortunate. Okay, so what I did is we're going back a few steps. Diaspora in the numbers of areas is actually ranked before City of Malan. So that means our Tristan is currently much higher of level than the regular enemies here. So the 2 next boss battle will be fairly easy because of Tristan. We'll be abusing that. We also send lands here since it's a hidden city that will be very helpful eventually. Do you wish to put a card? Yes, strength. It boosts your defense, but it's not very much helpful, so we don't take it. Next, we wait for the opinion leader to actually liberate the city that I sent to it. There. Do you wish to put a card? Always. Son, that is not helpful. I will explain soon, because one of the key mechanics in this game is that day-night actually plays a big role into the offensive capabilities of your unit. So if you fight during the day with high alignment characters, they will get an advantage, and evil character will get a disadvantage. So in our case, the problems that we have is that we'll be facing Norn. She's a priest, so of course she will get better stats in a way, better results, since we are during the day. Hence why I was hoping that we will be fighting her at night, but that's okay. Alright, chat. I need you to answer this question. Be quick. Do we actually save Norn or not? The choice needs to be made now. It has literally no impact on the game. No choice? Yes, we save her. No! I made the wrong choice, and alas, Norn has passed away. Shame. If we would have saved her at that point, she would have been tempted to recruit her. You can do so, and you need her to recruit Debonair. So Debonair is effectively locked out because of that. Sorry. Next area is the Calbian Peninsula. Calbian Peninsula is another area where terrain plays a very big part. So in this place there's a lot of snow. If you have, for example, Ice Giant or Ice Dragon, they will get a very good advantage fighting here. But once again, the problem is that those units tends to be specialized afterward. So Ice Giant will be at a very strong disadvantage if they go through a desert, or even if they fight into a mountain. So yeah, that's not very much advisable. Alright. Slowly creeping our way. We cannot afford to go yet because no, yeah, that's what I thought. There's the Wideman unit, which is going there. So now we should be clear. Oh. The enemy here is a general, just like Debonair was. There are 4 of those, the 4 Devils. They are pretty strong. This one has not been corrupted by evil yet, but he's loyal to the Highlands. Hence why we still fight him. But luckily, Tristan is very strong and very overleveled compared to him, so we abuse of that. Good job. So if you go back here with the Debonair in your unit, you will get special lines of dialogue. That means if you fight him with Debonair as a character in your unit, they will talk to each other, defy each other. Is it Figaro? I think so. He'll lose, and then he will give his sword to Debonairs, which is a very nice thing. It's a good weapon, but it's not required. Right, so here, that's a very cool area. The enemy castle here is locked behind swamp. If you have, once again, enemies that are units that are specialized in swamp, you will get a good advantage. There's a lot of undead, so that's a good area to raise your alignment and charisma, because each time you kill an enemy character, depending on your levels and depending on the stats of the character that you killed, it will have an impact on your alignment and your charisma. So if you kill a skeleton or a raid, it will most probably raise your alignment and charisma, unless you are severely over leveled. Temperament. That raises reputation and cures ailment to your character, but that's not useful. Alright, so story-wise, Yushich is here because her sister has made a contract seduced by Rashidi. And she wants to correct the fact, but she got imprisoned by Rashidi there. Hence why we free her. Now she makes a contract with us and we can recruit angels. This is not true, as many characters are actually able... Ooh, not a sword. That's quite the rare find. So many units are able to recruit angel. So we'll be doing the same thing that we did with Tristan, which is to replace one of our characters with Yushich. The reason why we do so is twofold. First of all, Yushich is a Seraphim. She has 2 holy attacks against our target, and she has very high intelligence. So basically, if any of her target is weak against holy, she will do good amount of damage. And look at that, this is the case. Yanuki hitting the sorcerer is good. Oh, Yushich out-turned Omicron. So goodbye Omicron, and we won. Good job, guys. There's a low chance that she actually outturned Omicron, but it was the case, so that's very good. So yeah, like I said, this is a good area if you want to raise your alignment and charisma for a character. Either you let him having holy spells against the enemy, or you equip him with a holy weapon and you let him kill undead. So far so good. Okay, so this is a floating island. It is the only one that is required by the game for you to beat. The others are hidden throughout the world, and you need to discover them via Chaos Gate. We'll be stopping here to purchase little things. Do you wish to plug out? Yes. Fortune. Okay. Fortune will either raise or lower your reputation. It will also make the other enemy flee, which is all nice and good until you meet the area boss, because it's useless against the area boss. And we'll buy as many jokers as we can. 43, that's a good number. Next, we do something. We will put Kristen in the front row. We move all the way to the northwest like that. And we need to swap weapon. There we go. So we traded the rune hilt with the rune axe, and we put Tristan in the front row. This is because very soon we'll be meeting an enemy unit that has a ninja master as a leader and several undead as characters in the unit. So that will be very helpful, because we'll be grinding a few levels for safety purpose. In a run setup, we don't care about that. We head straight for the boss. So that means we'll be fighting the enemy boss at level maybe 8 or 9. We're supposed to be close of 17 at that. Each time Tristan kills a ghost, it will give 1 level to opinion leader and the griffin, and sometimes either Tristan or Yushish will gain a level as well. And it's important to retreat and go back each time, because experience gain is capped in a battle, meaning that a character will gain a level after 100 experience point gain, and you cannot gain more than that. So if, for example, I waited for Yushish to kill the other braid, it would have been pointless, especially for what we are trying to do. Right. Ninja Master is beginning to ponder what's happening. Those 4 levels will help us out. So we head a little bit to the north, and we can go meet the local area boss, since there won't be any more enemies sent at us. They are all... Oh! That is something that can happen. You can have fight with random monsters and like that on any areas. The type of monsters you will fight is not totally random. Most of the time it will have a direct relation to the areas. For example, we fought the angel into the air. Hey, that's Gears! Would you look at that? He indeed has gained a few levels, but he's not as strong or as menacing as he was earlier. Just need to retreat, and then we'll go in again. Safety purpose, I will use a hull heal. Yeah, this is sometimes a visual bug that can happen. So each time you retreat or you lose a battle, you will be sent back into a direct opposite direction from which you came. It's important to take that into account, because if you fight like that into a floating island and you don't have a flying character in your unit, you fall down the island. That's instant death for your whole party. 5 years, he's dead. We're good. And at that point, if you bring Norm, you have the opportunity to recruit Debonair. But we don't. Because there has been a little problem earlier. This is not my fault. I plead ignorance and the 5th, Your Honor. Good job. Alright. Next step is for Alamo. So now we are beginning to enter the Empire Stronghold. Many of the areas are either natural fortress or stronghold that are quite hard to take. In this case, it's a natural fortress. There is a very big lake in the middle, like you just saw, surrounded by mountains and a desert. The enemy will send the units in 2 directions. It will either go to the north or go through the middle. So you have up to 2 roads that you need to protect if you are defending this the route until the enemy has depleted his unit. In almost all of the areas, the enemy will have 2 samples of each unit formation that is listed for about 20 units that they can send to your direction. There is 2 exceptions to that. Alright, now we need to draw a tarot card once again. We're looking for Magician and Justice card. Stun. No, thank you. Empress, I already have some. It will heal. It will heal my party to full. But you don't need. Oh, sweet. Another. Judgment will be. Oh, yeah. Just have to call them. Can I also have a muffin, please? No? No game? Okay, fine. Power is useless. We do have 2 justice. I would love to have... Okay, let's take it. Yep. Let's throw away Devil card, because at that point, many of the enemy boss that will fight are actually evil. So throwing Devil against them is not very much helpful. There is 1 exception to that, but we'll get it soon enough. So the giants, Polydeus and Castor, this is a scripted fight. They will have 3 attacks per battle. 2 of them being either physical or sorry, another justice to finish this, but you will see that it will not finish. Oh. You treat. Can you finish this? I have hope in you. Gale do a big amount of damage. I think that banish hits. Yes. So the battle is not completed. Why? It's because the 3rd attack of the giant is actually a Gemini attack. It's a special attack that kills one of your characters. Very deadly, and once they do that, they swap position. And since they do that, the giant that was in the front goes in the back, and he becomes the leader. Hence why the fight is not over, but we ran away, and once the game resumed, it's trying to find the enemy leader. Cannot find an enemy leader, so GG, you won. Alright, the Damu Desert. Very big desert. Sadly, there's not a unit that is especially designed to be in the desert. Is it a problem? Not really. You just have to avoid, for example, using a snow terrain unit or water terrain units. Mountains here will not gain any kind of bonus. And land unit as well. High sky, like we do, ignore that. The main disadvantage with high sky unit is that most of the time those units take 2 slots, and we have a rather hard time filling those gaps. But this is fun. So now we head over to Roshan. He's a ninja master. He has the highest agility rating of the entire game, so he's quite hard to hit with a physical, but we have Tristan in the front row, so he will attack 3 times, and we have star cards. Well, finally. So first of all, food to get rid of the other ninjas. Roshan is exactly the same case as Porcius, so he will have 1 deadly attack, and after that, he's helpless. Star. Good job, Tristan, 92. And we finish that with Judgment, because Roshan has a weakness to Holy. And if you do it the other way around, for example, using Judgment before Star, you will do a ton of damage, but Tristan will not reliably hit the enemy leader, hence why I like to do it the other way around. But that is fine. Congratulations, you completed this map. Here's some money! Saving between each of the areas does not take time. So, better do it, sorry. Alright, so this is a very important area if you're looking for the mystic treasures, which are required for the best ending. You need to visit this place. We'll send Opinion Leader here, that's the trade city of the area, and we'll send Lance here. There's a hidden temple here, which will give us good weapon that will be able to use very soon. This is once again a natural fortress, stronghold that is located on an island surrounded by water and mountains. So it's a little bit hard to actually reach the enemy boss. Emperor, that's a good card, but I would very much love to get a full card. Do you wish to put a card? Yes. Magician, very good card. Fire spell. Yay. Boy, as many jokers as we want. 31, that's a good number. Next, we visit the temple right here, which will give us... Oh wait, I don't need 2. I already have 1. Nice. Normally, if you liberate that temple, you will get a notice. But we got 1 earlier, so man. Oh yeah. Judgment, very good. But I would like to have a full card. Or... I just need to call them. Can I have another? Was about to say that. Yes. Perfect. That's perfect drawing. I swear this is not rigged. The randomization in this game can be manipulated, so you get a precise seed. But the runner that went before me 2 runs ago, Dragon Dash, is able to do it while I cannot. Sorry. So if you want to get a good seed manipulation, please visit his runs. Alright, so do we have a star? Yes, let's go. Previa is pretty strong. Not a lot of our attacks, even with that you missed, Tristan. Ah, that's sad. So even with all of our gears and holy attacks, we won't do a lot of damage, and what's more, he's both... Come on, guys! He's both evil and resistant to many elements. That's why I am spamming so many spells. So now we really hope that Tristan will do his job. D6, that's low. Yutrish, can you do damage? 33, he's dead. Good job. So at that point you learn that Tristan's mother is actually being held there. But alas, we could not save her. The chat for Tristan's mother. And Tristan, upon discovering that fact, will give us the Mystic Armband, which is only a key item. It's useless. You cannot equip it, you cannot use it in battle, but it is required to get many of the best ending, in particular the best ending possible. We're nearly done. We have approximately 20 to 30 minutes to go. The end nears. That's very important because as the temple right across the rebel base tells us, in this area you are not liberating the place, you are invading the empire. All of the Russian temples and city has very high loyalty to the Highland, and because of that, each time you will liberate one of those places, you will get a reputation drop, so you have to be careful about that. So it is strongly advised to actually storm the place and maybe come back to liberate cities if you like. But other than getting a few tarot cards, it's not very much useful. Right, so once again, I'm looking for Magician or Justice, or even a Devil card could be useful. That's the very last place where it could be useful. Emperor, yeah. Star, I'll take it. World, I don't need it. I already have enough. Death is useless. Chariot, no thank you. Okay, let's go with that. Does not matter, we have a good array of cards. Ouch. So yeah, this is a snow area, a very wide area. This is also the last boss that you will fight, which have a very high alignment. The boss here is Overlord Hikash. The Overlord is pretty strong. He has 6 attacks in total. The first one being Gale, a wind elemental skill that he will use against us. So using a world, I don't know if it protects us or not, but usually I don't really care. So that's why I'm not sure. We wait for the samurai unit to move. Do we have a full guard? Oh, we don't. Oh, we have Hierophant. Good enough. So Overlord Hikash, 5 of his attacks are physical and he's pretty strong, so we'll do a ton of damage to your unit. So let's begin by putting the muses to sleep. There we go. They should not be a problem unless Griffin Bro or our opinion leader decides to wake them. We go on leader. We can use a magician since it's pretty good against Hikash. 42. That's not as good as I wanted. Hianuki hitting. That's good news. Let's give him an Emperor so that he'll go once again. Don't hit. Ah, you're not listening. Oh, but she did not wake up. Sweet. Ooh, they all woke up, so we need to get rid of them. Let's go with Hermit then. Maybe it will work. Who knows? Not enough. Banish hit, but not a very good amount of damage. Okay, so we'll have to take in a few attacks. That will be a little bit slower, but nothing much that can be helped. Since I only have a judgment card and I want to keep them as long as possible. Tristan, you have a job. You need to do it. Emperor once again then. Good news. So maybe opinion leader will do the job. We'll see. Right, so the muse are silent. Yes, good job. So that Emperor was wasted, but in the end we won. That's what matters. Congratulations, you liberated Xanadu. Here's some money. Right. So we disposed of Overlord Hikash. The only target that is left are the Empress and the Sage Rashidi. So let's go after the Empress first. Ogre that. Alright, so in this map, once again a very wide area, you don't have a lot of time available because you eventually learn that one of our best friends can be spawned indefinitely, and that's a problem. You can have many gears moving around in this map and they will be regular unit but with the same kind of strength as he had earlier. That means it will be a huge problem and there are 10 of those. So it can become quite cumbersome to actually finish this map. Hence why it's strongly advised to rush the Empress rather than to try to take a place and stand to it. Another Justice card, that's good. Judgment, extremely good. Holy attack spell. Chariot can be useful since we'll be fighting a few spellcaster. I can get rid of one word. You're off. Alright. So I sent Lance to the west. We'll be visiting that place after the area. And I sent our opinion leader to the northeast so that he will be in good position to approach the Empress. The Empress is one of the nastiest enemies in this game. Hey look, that's Gears. Haha! So the Empress is a beefed up version of a spellcaster. She has 5 attack and she has access to all of the AoE spells of the game. So that can quickly go out of hand if you're not careful. Luckily we were careful and we have 2 word card available, so we will put her helpless very soon. There we go. So we approach and we'll be seeing a wizard unit that will go say hello. Exactly for the same reasons as before. There are undead in the unit and we want to kill one to gain 1 level. That's only a safety purpose. Oh, thank you, Griffin bro. There we go. We do the sunshine reggae. And we meet the Empress. As you can see, she does not look friendly at all. She's very strong. But we have Tristan. And Tristan is very angry against her. So he'll be striking 3 times. The spells that the Empress throws at you are random, by the way. What? Oh, my mistake. This is fine. So she has one of the highest intelligence stat of the game. That means spell will have a pretty hard time hitting her. It's not impossible to hit her with spell, as Phantom has proven, but not likely. We need Tristan to do his job and not have the Fafnir equip, which is currently had because of a silly mistake that I made. At least it's not the Broomhild. He needed to have the Runes. But this is fine. We'll simply push the Empress a little bit before she dies. Nice hit by Griffin. It's the magician then. Oh, she missed. It was fairly expected. So she's in range. There we go. Good job, Tristan. Special line of dialogues if you bring Tristan here as well. But since the opinion leader was here, the opinion leader take prescience. I do think that's the correct word. Yeah. Over the prince. So now we're nearly done. The Empire has fallen. It's supposed to be GG, but it's not. Ooh, why? It's because there's still an opponent we need to find. The Sage Rashidi. He's the one that has turned evil and has drove all of the kingdoms to fall between underneath the booth of the Highlands. But before doing so, we'll be doing a little step that is called reputation manipulation. So first of all, we need to get a Sentinel Demon here. Next, we will edit our opinion leaders unit. Whoa, calm down. We remove Yushich and Tristan. Thank you very much. Formation. There. And we'll be visiting back Deneb's Garden. So you might remember I said earlier that there were a few things that will be taken into account once you kill an enemy characters. One of them being the level where you are. And currently, by going back here, we are severely overpowered compared to the other characters. They are about level 7 maybe, and we are in the late 10s. So yeah, each time we will kill a character, we will have a big drop in alignment and charisma. And we really want to get our opinion leader as evil as possible. Hence why we're back here. Gale and opinion leader Phantom. Killing 3 white men, even if they are evil, is quite beneficial for our quest. Let's check it out. Oh, still not good enough. This is fine. We have plenty of units to murder and slaughter. Gale and Phantom. Yay! This should be good. Or evil, depending on your point of view. Yes, very fine. So, heading over to the north to avoid the rest of the enemies, because at that point we will not finish the area. It's not worth it. It's not required anyway. We will hide behind the rebel base and wait for the enemy to capture it. If they do so, we simply lose the area and we have to restart. What this means is that any of the cities or temples that you have liberated will still be liberated, but you will start back at the rebel base, and basically you have to dispatch fast unit to hope to be able to defend them. That's not an easy task. So yes, there we go. Oh, also each time this happens you take a pretty big reputation drop. That's fine. So now we're back in Diaspora to do the reputation manipulation. What we need to do is to go back to one of the areas that we have liberated earlier, this city. Here we will meet the stupendous wizard Borgnine, and he loves the central demon that we have. So he offers either money, 100 staff, or Stone of the Dragos, which are 3 very interesting prices to get. But we will decline, and as you can see, each time we will take a pretty big drop in reputation. So we want to get into the low third. I need to do this 11 times and not mess it up. If I do this more than 11 times, that's fine. But less than that, we will have still a reputation that is too high for the taste of a certain character that we will recruit very soon. So this is the 6th time. Seven. No, thank you. 8. Money? No. 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 Forget it. This is the 9th time. 10. No. 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 Forget it. Maybe one more for the road. There we should be good. Or evil, depending on your point of view. So saving, and then we'll visit one of the areas that we have unlocked with the chaos gate that we found into Entangel. The boss here is Golf. He's one of... Oh, I did one thing again. Okay, let me correct my little mistake. Nope. Yeah, calm down. Controller is a bit iffy sometimes. Okay. Deploy lance. Exchange character. What? Okay, let's do this again. Ah, there we go. Earlier I did not register the changes. So we exchange to get back those characters. Put Griffin in the front row. I need you there. Need you to move to the north like that. Yes, exactly. The world ending is the best ending. To do so, you need all of the mystic treasures, which are the Broomhill, the mystic armbands, and the Grail that you can find in the late area. You need the 12 zodiac stones that you can find everywhere once you have the tablet of Yaru that you can get only if you get 3 mystic stones that you get in and that. You need all of the best characters that you can recruit everywhere through the game, and you need your reputation and your alignment to be near the top. So yeah, that makes a lot of requisite, but the world ending is quite interesting. It's only a little bit long as a speedrun. Alright, so let's use the sunshine and say hello to Gal. He's one of the demons that took part in the original Ogre battle fight, and he was locked here. Let's use a judgment. Rashidi broke the seal, but he cannot leave the area yet. Good job, Tristan. Meteor, that do a good amount of damage. Hey, Griffin drove for the kill. Good job. And at that point, if everything is correct, he would offer to join us in exchange of the Broomhill. Which we did. So we just sealed the fate of the world. All we need to do at that point is keep our reputation low, and we should get a very special ending. And I already hear somebody who's very regular into my streams call me a monster. I will not go that far, do I? The Black God. What a title for a scene. Check my reputation by the way. Alright, so we need to move to the southwest. Here should be good. And for safety purpose, I will deploy Lance and send him to the trade shop here. So this area is extremely particular. Of course, this is the last area of the game. But if earlier I told you that you have 20 units to fight, here that's not the case. The enemy has 255 sample of each unit formation that they have for a good 10,000 and more battle possible. Do you want to go that far? There's no reward whatsoever in liberating any of the cities or temple all around, so you have to rush the enemy base or wait for the 10,000 and so battles, but the main problem is that your reputation will take a big drop since it will take a long time to unfold, and since you'll be getting overpowered very soon, you will take a lot of reputation drop, of alignment drop, and so on. Alright, 50 jokers, nice, that's a good number. I'll be using a few of those to refill our Joker, and yes, that's what we want. We want as many judgment as possible. Chariot will be useful, but not that. Death, no thank you. Hierophant, no, not really. Sun, hey, that would be a big no-no. I once killed the run because I used the Sun card. Remember that it does damage based on the alignment of your character, and currently my opinion leader is quite evil, so he will take a very big amount of damage. Sometimes it may even kill him. Oh yes, for a judgment card I will do everything. Let's drop the chariot. And we're good. So, approaching the island. Just need to avoid the last wizard unit right there. Okay, now that is done, we go over Temple's Shalina. We'll have a small boss rush at that. Let's do the Sunshine Reggae. Sunshine Reggae. Let's do it. Hey, that's Gears once again. But this is the original copy. And exactly like before, even if his levels have upgraded, the rest of his stats has not, so he's pretty much a pushover at that point. Ah, you missed. Yushish will have to do all of the job, which is fine because her banish will do a big amount of damage to Gears. Phantom should not hit him, and that's what I thought. Hey, Griffin Bro for the kill, good job. And now Gears is officially defeated. Oh, hey, this is Maj Rashidi, the main evil of the game. We get a chance to beat the bad guy. And I need to switch over the weapon of Tristan. So we'll be swapping his Fafnir for the Rune Axe. There we go, we have a good array of items, so let me put you in the front row. Yes. Do we have a food card? Nope, that would be very much welcome. So let's try to get one. Hierophant is not really what I wanted. Star, no thank you. Oh, hey! Good draw. That's all I needed. Right, so you get special line of dialogue because this guy is the main reason the world was plunged into chaos. So let's put ourselves on weak and use a word card first. Rashidi as a mage has 6 attack. He has access to all of the AoE spells plus a lot of very nasty techniques. Luckily, because of our word card, all of his spells is now useless. That does not mean he cannot do damage to us anymore. Nice hit by Tristan. Griffin Bro missed, that's fine. Banish could hit him. Oh, that's rare. Since he has the highest intelligence rating of the game, it's pretty hard to hit him with spells. Oh, and Rashidi, as he's not even dangerous enough, can attack 6 times. No, that's you behind. Good job, Yoshichi. We won! GG! Thank you, thank you. I owe it all to my family and so... Something's wrong. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't like it at all. We might have a big problem in our heads. There's an evil god that has appeared. What do we do? We'll have to fight him. So let's do it. Alright, so since it's the last boss, I'll be spamming my spell, because this guy will very quickly dispose of my characters. Luckily, he's an evil god, so Judgment will do a good amount of damage. And timer will end as soon as the head goes down. Good job, Tristan. Time! Congratulations, you liberated Shelina. Well, good job. Even for the last map you get money. It's simply because the dev have programmed this like that. So that's fine. This is the way. Right. Fireworks. Everybody celebrate. Everybody's happy, yeah? The new kingdom of Zenobia. You've done well. The world is now yours. Thank you. I owe it all to those who followed me. You have attained the world, and I have been released from my prison. And so now, our pact is completed. Thanks to the power of the Brunhild, I have become even more powerful than you. What do you expect me to do with that power? What do you mean? I intend to take this world and create an empire of absolute evil. And your body will be the first thing that I take. What are you? Ugh! Stupid human. And thus a new empire was born on the continent of Zetaginia. The people welcomed the new ruler, but had no idea of the horrors that were coming. The horror of the Ogre battle. And everybody rejoiced. Alright, so that's it for me for today. That was the game. I hope that you had a lot of fun. If you are interested into the speedrun, there's a big community. You can always search for it in speedrun.com. And lately they have opened a lot of categories, so it is widely available. Once again, thank you very much. I hope that you had as much fun as I did, because I sure did. And I'll be seeing you tomorrow morning, since I will be running something else for your players. So until then, see you later, guys.